Welcome to the first episode of the Cinema House. In this episode, we are going to be counting down the top 10 horror movies on Netflix. Are you ready to be scared? So, grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and get ready for some thrills and chills. Let's get started. Starting at number 10 is Gerald's Game. Gerald's Game is a 2017 American psychological horror film directed by Mike Flanagan and based on the novel of the same name by Stephen King. The film stars Carla Gugino as Jessie Burlingame, a woman who becomes trapped in a remote cabin after her husband dies while they were playing a BDSM-style sex game. As she struggles to escape, she experiences hallucinations and flashbacks that force her to confront dark aspects of her past. The movie received positive reviews for its suspenseful atmosphere, strong acting, and faithful adaptation of the source material. In at number 9 is Hush. Hush is a 2016 American horror movie directed by Mike Flanagan and starring Kate Siegel as Maddie, a deaf and mute writer who lives in a remote cabin in the woods. One night, a masked assailant appears at her door and begins to torment her, forcing Maddie to use her wits and resourcefulness to survive. The movie received positive reviews for its tight, suspenseful storytelling, strong central performance by Siegel, and innovative use of silence to create a sense of unease. Hush has been praised as one of the best home invasion movies of recent years. Coming in at number 8 is Cam. Cam is a 2018 American psychological horror film directed by Daniel Goldober and written by Isa Mazzi. The film stars Madeline Brewer as Alice, an ambitious webcam performer who finds her online identity stolen and replaced by an exact replica. As she tries to reclaim her identity and uncover the truth behind her mysterious doppelganger, she finds herself drawn deeper into a dark, digital underworld. Cam explores themes of identity, agency, and the intersection of technology and sexuality, and received positive reviews for its tense and thought-provoking story. The Curse of La Llorona is a horror film released in 2019. It is a supernatural thriller based on the Mexican folktale of La Llorona, the weeping woman, who is said to haunt and curse families who hear her mournful cries. The film follows a social worker and her family as they become targeted by the wrath of La Llorona, who is seeking to reclaim the children she lost. The movie was directed by Michael Chavez and stars Linda Cardellini, Raymond Cruz, and Patricia Velasquez. In at number 6 is The Ritual. The Ritual is a horror movie released in 2017. It was directed by David Bruckner and written by Joe Barton. The movie follows a group of friends who embark on a hiking trip in memory of their friend who died suddenly. During their journey, they become lost and encounter sinister and supernatural forces in the forest. The movie received positive reviews for its suspenseful atmosphere and strong performances by the cast. The movie was praised for the suspenseful atmosphere, strong performances from the cast, and the clever use of folklore elements to create a sense of terror. Overall, The Ritual is considered a well-made and effective horror movie that will appeal to fans of the genre. Coming in at number 5 is The Invitation. The Invitation is a 2015 American psychological horror film directed by Karen Kusama and written by Phil Hay and Matt Manfredi. The film stars Logan Marshall Green as Will, a man who attends a dinner party hosted by his ex-wife Eden, who he has not seen in 2 years. As the evening progresses, Will becomes increasingly suspicious of Eden and her new partner David, and begins to fear that their intentions may be sinister. The Invitation received positive reviews for its slow-burning suspense, strong acting, and thought-provoking themes about grief, loss, and the power of suggestion. The film has been praised as a standout example of the slow-burn horror subgenre, which emphasizes tension and atmosphere over jump scares. Number 4 in our list is The Bird Box. Bird Box is a 2018 American post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Suzanne Bier and written by Eric Heiserer. The film is based on the novel of the same name by Josh Malerman. The film stars Sandra Bullock as Mallory, a woman who must navigate a world in which a mysterious force causes anyone who sees it to commit suicide. Along with a small group of survivors, Mallory sets out on a dangerous journey while blindfolded, in order to reach safety. Bird Box received positive reviews for its suspenseful storytelling, strong central performance by Bullock, and thought-provoking themes about the power of human will and the importance of family. The film was also a commercial success and became one of the most watched movies on Netflix. In at number 3 is A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is a 2018 American horror film directed by John Krasinski. The movie takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where most of humanity has been wiped out by blind creatures with an acute sense of hearing. The surviving members of a family must navigate their lives in silence, communicating through sign language and avoiding making any noise that would attract the creatures. The film stars John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, and received critical acclaim for its tense and suspenseful atmosphere. Coming in at number 2 is The Hereditary. Hereditary is a 2018 American supernatural horror film written and directed by Ari Aster. The film stars Toni Collette as Annie, a woman who begins to experience strange and frightening events after the death of her mother. As Annie investigates her family history, she uncovers a web of dark secrets and supernatural forces that threaten to destroy her family. Hereditary received positive reviews for its atmospheric and suspenseful storytelling, strong central performance by Collette, and its unique and thought-provoking take on the haunted house genre. The film has been compared to the works of directors like Roman Polanski and Stanley Kubrick and has been praised as a standout example of modern horror cinema. And number 1 horror movie you must watch is The Platform. The Platform is a 2019 Spanish science fiction horror film directed by Galder Gaztelu-Urrutia and written by David de Sola and Pedro Rivero. The film takes place in a mysterious vertical prison where the prisoners are fed through a platform that descends from the top floor to the bottom, with the food becoming scarce as it reaches lower levels. The film follows Goring, a new inmate who must navigate the brutal hierarchy of the prison and survive its many dangers in order to escape. The Platform received positive reviews for its thought-provoking allegory about wealth inequality, its intense and suspenseful storytelling, and its strong performances by the cast. The film has been compared to Snowpiercer and Cube, and has been praised as a standout example of modern science fiction and horror. And that's a wrap on our list of the top 10 horror movies on Netflix. Whether you're looking for jump scares, psychological thrills, or supernatural chills, there's something on this list for everyone. We hope this list helps you find your next favorite horror film. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all our latest content. And as always, remember to keep the lights on. Thanks for watching.